Hello everybody and welcome back to Dave's Garage. Dave's Garage 249, and if you want to find me on YouTube, the last name is Neidlinger, Neidlinger, Dave Neidlinger, and if you type that in, you'll find some of my videos. So today I want to talk about my Pro Street car, the condition of the sales market right now and what's going on, and a couple projects that I have going on in the garage. So let's just get to it. Okay, first up is a project that I've got going on, or I'm going to start, is after a season of playing around with this thing, it's time to polish that supercharger, and the plan is to take the fuel lines off, get them out of the way, and the linkage off on this side, which is not a huge big deal. And then just simply, I bought a polishing kit with a bunch of little furry balls and things that's on its way. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I'll polish that thing up and make it look pretty again. Another project is these fuel lines. As I've been going, I've decided that I don't like red, blue anodized fittings anymore. These fuel lines are probably a good 20 years old, and they're probably dried up and cracked. Replacing the main fuel line from the pump to the regulator did take care of the gassy smell problem, so I was correct in my assumption that gas was seeping out of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this elbow black like I did the regulator, and then I have ordered some fittings. I have some more coming. But we're going to change over to the black stuff, and that I think will look pretty reasonably good on this car. Other upcoming projects are going to be, this is, I don't know, it's kind of gaudy, this Chevelle filler panel. I kind of like it, but also the radiator just kind of looks ugly, I think. And I'm going to try to design and build some kind of a polished aluminum or something cover that will integrate all this and kind of clean up the looks. So really the next project on this car, or the ongoing project, is clean up the engine compartment and upgrade and make it look a little bit nicer than it was before. Another thing is this front carburetor. This is a Holley 700 list number. I don't remember the list number, but the back one is a 4779 750 double pumper. The front one's a 700. So tuning has been like, this carburetor has to be tuned a little bit leaner than this carburetor. So there's like 2 jet size difference front to back. And when you read the plugs, you can kind of see what's going on. But the problem is that I can't cover the idle that way. So the idle circuit is just not quite, doesn't match up. Plug color looks good on the back plugs. Pipes don't look too bad. It runs real good, but I've been waiting to get another carburetor to match it. So guess what? I got lucky, and I built a 750 double pumper and put it on Marketplace, and this guy called me. He had a 84 Corvette with a 350 converter over to carburetor. He said, "Oh, this carburetor is horrible, blah, 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 blah. Can I bolt this carburetor on?" And I said, "Yeah, go. And I'll give you a credit for the carburetor if you trade in your old carburetor." And guess what? It's a 4779. I believe this one's a -8 or a -9. I can't remember which. Let's see. It's a -8. The one on the Chevelle's a -9. But anyways, I talked to Holley, and they said, yeah, it's a match. It's a 4-corner idling. There might be some minor differences, but so here's the reason why this carburetor didn't work too well, though, was because it had water in it, obviously. So I've been cleaning it up. I've already cleaned the body, but you can see what happens when you get water inside these things. I'm not sure if I can save these fuel bowls or not. The outside looks just fine. Everything cleaned up really good, but the main body and the everything else looks really good. So this will be a good carburetor. I'll just build this thing, and when I pull that 700 off, I'll just pull the block off valves. Its secondaries are blocked on this. Uses a power valve, but on my supercharged car, you have to block both power valves off. unless we do blur referencing, which is coming down the road. So another winter project on this car is some more detailing. I might put a different steering wheel in. For one thing, this is like 15-inch. Horn doesn't work, and I think it's wired up. I think there's probably just something disconnected or ground that's bad. I looked underneath. I want all the dash lights that we need, like the turn signals, blah, blah, blah. Bright, dim switch, things like that, working again on this dashboard. Turns out that the blower motor and the heater core are still in this car. So I have to think about that a minute. And I don't like this tachometer because I don't like the, this small gain there up until 5,000. It's like, you can't really, that's way down out of your vision and sitting behind the steering wheel. I don't know. I just don't like that. So I might upgrade the tach. The shift light needs to be put up where you can see it when it goes off, not out of sight. The trans brake button is over here on the shifter, the Cheetah shifter, and I'm not crazy about that. I think that should be maybe roll control, and trans brake button I would rather have up on the steering wheel by my thumb. So that's the way you would want to do it. So the project is going to be, over time, is sort out the dash lighting, the turn signal lighting. They work. I've grounded them. They work, but they just need to find the right one that goes in the right socket up under the dash. I might take the seat out. Another thing too is that, it's just piece by piece. The weather stripping up here is really bad, needs replacing. So last winter I ordered up replacement weather stripping from OPGI. I have that, but the rear window does not roll up or down, so I have to pull the door panel out, which might get a little complicated because of the roll bar right there. And this window has got some pretty deep scratches in it, so I probably will replace that. And it's tinted, factory tinted glass in this car, which is kind of nice, but makes it a little bit more expensive a proposition to replace. So I will tackle that when I think I'm ready to go ahead and buy some replacement window glass. This car, the window glass, somebody, it looks like they I think what they did is they might have Scotch-Brighted the window glass or something, but a lot of it's scratched up. The back window is not quite so bad, but over on the passenger side, those windows are really bad. As a matter of fact, I had to replace the front bumper because somebody used a Scotch-Brite pad to take the rust off or something on that front bumper and just ruined the front bumper. And they don't make chrome bumpers, replacement bumpers, as good as they used to. I guarantee you that is not the hardest chrome ever. So I wanted to talk a second about what's going on with the car market right now. Is it stock market driven? It seems like the collector car, antique car, hot rod market seems to go up when the stock market is down or being iffy. But I think that it's more focused on, genuine collectible cars that are pedigreed, documented, one-offs, and rare cars. That's where the value is, clearly. So what about the Pro Street stuff? What's going on there? Because I watch Marketplace continuously, and I think that the prices are just bouncing all over the place. Some guys have cars like mine, 25, 30,000. I guarantee you I've got close to 40 into this thing. And other guys, 55, 60, high-end builds, 70, 80,000. I don't know. Do people pay that much? I don't know. I'm really having a hard time judging that. I kind of sometimes feel like I want to build something, and I like building, but I think I'm going to just stay with this car and continue to refine the Chevelle rather than build something else. I'm going to just stick with the Chevelle. I think other things I want to do is I will turn the camera back. I put a boost gauge up here under the cowl, which I think is a reasonable place to put it, but my idea of how to do it and the hose that I use is too stiff, and it wants to turn the gauge I'm going to rethink how I've plumbed that. And I think I'm going to go with dash 4 line like I've got for the fuel lines. And then I think I'm going to add where the pressure gauge is on the regulator. I'm going to plumb that with dash 4, go up and put a odometer gauge right next to that so I can watch fuel pressure and the blower manifold pressure as I drive. Now, I don't drive this car, you know, at the drag strip. That's never been as long as I've owned it, because it'll go straight now. I'm sure that we've got the suspension dialed in, but these old Mickey Thompsons they're rock hard. I mean, they don't hardly even leave rubber when you lay into it. You'd be a lot safer with some sticky tires on this car. It actually would be safe. And I think at the drag strip, this car would just be dangerous and be a handful to handle. So I can't afford to put this thing on the guardrail. So that's kind of why I stay away from the racetrack with it. I'd like to get a time on it, but I've got an app on the phone and we've run it down the street, back roads, and it looks like it wants to run somewhere in the high 10s just the way it is. So it's still scary fast. At a given time, those back tires will loosen up. You can be going 60 mile an hour, and if you just smack the gas pedal, it'll start skipping all over the place. So back to conversation about the Pro Street market. Comments and thoughts on what you guys think is going on. I'd appreciate some feedback, maybe some input on what you guys think is going on. Are these Pro Street cars kind of thing of the past? Are they making a comeback? My gut feeling is that stay with something like Chevelle, Nova, Camaro, Ford Mustang fastbacks, I think, are the top tip. For the younger guys, I think the 80s Camaros and G-bodies are going to be what they're going to go after, because they like those cars. And I don't think that the 40s and 50s cars that are Pro Streeted, they don't appeal to me. So I'm guessing that that's kind of not the way to go. I don't know. So thanks for watching my video, and it's been a while. We'll start building model cars again pretty soon. There's some good weather left, and we got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for winter. And I don't know, I haven't been in the mood to build model cars. So we'll be doing that. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we'll be coming out with some more videos here real soon. Thanks for watching.